the age before time, when humanity still dreamed beneath the golden banners of Terra. The Emperor sought perfection. He reached into the warp, the storm of souls, to forge 20 sons. Each a god of war, a beacon for mankind's survival. Yet in the darkness, two hearts beat differently. Not forged from steel and blood alone, but from something older. A foreign energy. Ancient. Vibrant. Alive. The Emperor called it chakra. From it, he shaped the twins of balance. One of radiant light, the other of shadowed flame. They were to be the mirror and the meaning of all creation. But the warp does not forgive trespass. The gods of chaos whispered their jealousy. The great rift trembled, and the birthing chambers of terror were consumed in distortion. 2 capsules, 2 destinies, hurled into the abyss. One fell through light, landing upon a world bathed in golden fields and endless sun. The other through darkness, crashing upon a silent world of obsidian skies. Thus were born Naruto, the Primarch of hope, and Sasuke, the Primarch of shadow. The Imperium would not know their names for 10,000 years. Yet across the galaxy, their souls would grow. One in laughter, one in loss, bound by fate's invisible hand. On the world of Solarius, a young boy with hair of sunlight healed the sick with a touch. He spoke of peace, and light followed him. On the world of Noctera, a silent boy stared into the stars, eyes burning red, haunted by whispers only he could hear. He dreamed not of peace, but of power. As they grew, their worlds changed. Naruto united tribes under one banner. His armies fought not to conquer, but to protect. Sasuke raised kingdoms in silence. His legions moved like shadow, their faith placed only in him. 2 Primarchs, 2 empires. And somewhere, far beyond mortal understanding, the Emperor felt their echoes. He whispered across the stars, "My sons, I will find you." But the warp answered instead. And chaos smiled. For in that moment, 1,000 eyes opened within the warp. Korn tasted the rage within Sasuke's heart. Zinch coveted his ambition. Yet in Naruto, they sensed defiance. A soul too pure, too bright. And so they plotted. They would twist the brothers, turn their bond into the galaxy's undoing. But before Destiny's hand could close, the warp trembled again. The twin stars, Naruto and Sasuke, glowed with divine energy, their chakra resonating across light years. Even the Adeptus Mechanicus on the forge world of Mars felt the tremor. Ancient runes flared alive, decoding the prophecy. When the twin suns awaken, the end shall dawn, and salvation shall wear a mortal's face. Far away, In the silence between galaxies, the Emperor stands upon his golden throne. His eyes open. His voice, ancient, sorrowful, breaks eternity. My lost sons, the time has come. Lightning splits the void. Two beams, one gold, one black. They streak across the heavens, colliding in the warp's heart. And for an instant, the galaxy holds its breath. Then, slow heartbeat. The brothers' destinies have awakened. But even the Emperor cannot see which will rise, and which will fall. Time flowed differently upon the worlds of the lost Primarchs. On Solarius, the sun rose eternal. A land of crystal rivers, ancient forests, and cities carved from marble light. There, the child who fell from the stars grew into legend. His name was Naruto, the Sunborn. He smiled when others wept. He built when others broke. The people said his laughter could calm storms, that even the dead grass turned green where he walked. He preached not conquest, but unity, for he believed strength was meaningless without compassion. Under his light, tribes became nations, and in their hearts, the faith of the Solar Imperium was born. Yet across the void, on a world without dawn, Noctera, a planet swallowed by storms and perpetual twilight. Here, Sasuke rose. The skies rumbled black, the oceans boiled beneath lightning. The boy who survived the fall carried silence like a weapon. His eyes, crimson, ancient, watching awe. His people were born of ruin, scavengers and zealots, bound by fear. Sasuke gave them order, discipline. But his peace was forged in blood. For where Naruto inspired through hope, Sasuke commanded through dominance. He united his world not with love, but with will. Decades passed. Two empires rose in silence, never knowing the other's existence. But the warp remembered, and the gods began to whisper once more. On Solarius, prophets dreamt of a shadow devouring the sun. On Noctera, seers beheld a flame that refused to die. Through their connection, unseen threads began to pull reality apart. Storms of energy burst in the sky, golden and black intertwining. The two brothers, sensing each other for the first time, not through vision, but through memory. They saw flashes, images of another life, a childhood long forgotten, a bond once unbroken. And both whispered the same word: brother. The universe shuddered, for that word alone was enough to echo across the warp. From the shadows, the Chaos God stirred. Khorne saw rivalry. Tzeentch saw opportunity. They would not let peace endure. And thus began the first test. On Solarius, a fleet appeared from the warp, black ships with blood-red hulls. The heralds of Noctera. On Noctera, a golden light pierced the skies, an astral projection of Naruto's chakra signal, mistaken for invasion. The brothers prepared for war, neither knowing who awaited them across the stars. As Solarius forged their armor in sacred flame, Naruto stood upon his citadel and whispered, "May we fight not for destruction, but for understanding." On Terra, Sasuke gazed at the void, muttering, "Only through pain can truth survive." Two fleets launched into the stars. The first great crusade of the lost Primarchs had begun. In the depths of the warp, the Emperor's eyes opened once more. His golden light trembled. "My sons, they are found." The warp was never silent. It was memory, emotion, destiny, given form. And now, two destinies collided. From opposite ends of the galaxy, two fleets tore through the warp. One burning like the rising sun, the other cutting through darkness like a drawn blade. Naruto stood upon the command deck of the Solarius flagship, golden light washing over his armor. "We travel not to conquer, but to understand." His words calmed thousands. But on the other side of reality, Sasuke waited aboard the Void Lance dreadnought, surrounded by silence. "Understanding comes only after conflict." His voice carried no malice, only truth. The two fleets dropped from the warp, in the same system. Two empires, two legends, two brothers. Neither knowing the other was the one they sought. Naruto saw a dark fleet approach, its armor scarred by storms, its movement sharp, precise, disciplined. Sasuke saw a golden armada shine like dawn across the void, light that refused to break. Both whispered the same word. Could it be? Static. A video channel opened. No soldiers spoke. No generals dared to breathe. Only two figures appeared. One bathed in sunlight. One crowned in twilight. "I feel like I've always known you." "Then you know why we stand opposed." Their hearts recognized each other. Their minds denied it. Fate had given them power, but not the same lesson. A world without compassion is already lost. A world without discipline collapses. We can build something greater, together. You still chase dreams. Silence, heavy and endless. Neither ordered the first attack. Destiny did. A warp anomaly cracked open between the fleets, a tear of violet fire. From it emerged creatures of screaming chaos, shaped by the brothers' conflicting emotions. Defensive formations. Protect the civilians and transports. Spears forward. Destroy the threat swiftly. Their fleets did not fire at each other, but fought side by side, unknowingly united. During battle, Naruto's chakra flared golden across the void. Sasuke's eyes widened. "Naruto." Naruto looked back, stunned. "Sasuke." And in that single heartbeat, war stopped. The universe held its breath. The brothers were together once more. Not as enemies. Not yet. The galaxy trembled. For love and war now shared the same name. In the cold silence between stars, two brothers faced the memory of who they once were. Not soldiers. Not Primarchs. Just Naruto and Sasuke. They walked toward each other slowly, like gravity itself was pulling them back together. And yet, every memory pulled them apart. I thought I lost you. Sasuke, you did. No war can be won until the war inside the heart is decided first. Sasuke, we don't have to repeat the pain of our past. Our past forged us. The galaxy needs order, Naruto, not hope. Order without compassion is just another form of tyranny. And compassion without discipline is weakness. A single touch can carry an entire lifetime of love and loss. I missed you too. The Chaos Gods had been watching, and they knew. If the brothers united, the galaxy would no longer belong to them. Sasuke! If you want me back, you'll have to prove your dream is stronger than mine. And so, the reunion did not save them. It scarred them anew. Then I'll prove it to you. Some wounds bleed without blood. Some battles begin only after the swords are lowered. Sasuke, I'm not losing you again. Lord Primarch, the traitor fleets rally behind Sasuke. We must strike now. But war meant nothing if the reason behind it was lost. I will not destroy him. I will bring him back, my Primarch. Mercy has no place in the grim dark of the Imperium. It does, because I am here. He had everything a warlord could desire. Power, legions, obedience, and yet the universe felt silent without one voice. Why do you haunt me, even now? Love is your weakness. Attachment is your chain. Break it, or be broken. No. Love is what made me strong. I will find you. Not to defeat you, but to remind you who we are. And so, the galaxy braced for a war unlike any before. Not of conquest, not of faith, but of the heart. Because sometimes, the greatest battles are not fought to destroy, but to save. In the vast theater of the galaxy, war is never sudden. It arrives like winter, silently, until the cold is already in your bones. Naruto and Sasuke had spoken their truths. Their hearts had been laid bare, and neither had changed, because some destinies are not chosen. They are endured. Naruto did not raise his armies out of hatred. He did not strike banners into the stars to conquer. He moved to save his brother, even if it meant breaking the galaxy to do so. Naruto stands before his captains, calm, unshaken. We do not fight to destroy Sasuke. We fight to reach him. Follow me, and do not let fear cloud your hearts. The soldiers bow, not to power, but to faith. But Sasuke's preparations were different. His war was not made of hope, but of necessity. He addresses his legion, warriors of silence, discipline, and purpose. War is not cruelty. War is clarity. Naruto seeks to drown the galaxy in sentiment. We forge it into order. His legion kneels in unison, No cheering, no passion. Only unity. And as the two Primarchs prepared to clash, the galaxy watched and trembled. The Imperium fortified worlds in panic. The Mechanicus argued over prophecy and machinery. Chaos laughed, tasting the storm. Orc warlords gathered, excited for the biggest fight in millennia. The Tau prayed for diplomacy that would never come. The Eldar wept, for they had seen this fate before. Two stars collide, and one must fall to shadow. They were not angry. Not anymore. Only sad. Because they both understood the truth. One dream must erase the other. Sasuke, please, don't make me do this. Sasuke, alone in the throne of darkness, I was never yours to save. And so the drums of war began to beat. Not out of rage, but out of love. The love that could not be reconciled, and must now be tested in fire.
The world of Kurotsuki 9 burned beneath a shattered sky. Golden fleets and obsidian armadas darkened the stars. The brothers had chosen their battlefield. There was no turning back. The clash of armies began like the breaking of a dam, not with rage, but with sorrow that had nowhere left to hide. Naruto descended first, wrapped in gentle golden light. His army followed, not out of fear, but out of love. Remember, those we face are not our enemies. They are souls caught in a storm. Strike only when there is no other choice. His voice did not rise, and yet it carried farther than the roar of war. Sasuke came like a storm, silent, controlled, unyielding. His presence alone commanded legions. Hold formation. No hesitation. Order is our mercy. And yet inside him, a war far greater than the one before him raged. White and gold clashed with black and crimson. Ideals collided. Dreams collided. The galaxy shook, because two hearts could not agree. And then, the battlefield fell silent. The brothers finally stood before one another once more. Sasuke, look at me. I never stopped believing in you. And belief alone will not save this galaxy, Naruto. Naruto lowered his weapon, not as surrender, but as love. I don't want to fight you. Sasuke moved, because he thought he had to, because destiny demanded it, because fate had given him no mercy. Their blades met, golden power and black flame, each impact cracking the earth beneath them. They did not fight as men. They fought as gods with broken hearts. And the world itself could not withstand the weight of their sorrow. Sasuke's blade pressed to Naruto's chest. Naruto did not resist. He stepped forward and pulled Sasuke into an embrace. It's okay. I'm still here. The battlefield froze. Even war itself went quiet. Why won't you hate me? Because you're my brother. And in that moment, the galaxy did not witness a victory. It witnessed a heartbreak. The battlefield fell silent. not because the war had ended, but because their war had reached its final truth. Two souls, bound since childhood, standing at the edge of destiny.
Sasuke. No matter how far you ran, no matter how dark the night became, I was always going to walk beside you. Because you were my brother, before fate made us enemies. Naruto. I thought strength meant standing alone. I thought pain was something I had to carry myself. I was wrong. I see it now. Too late. But I see you. The two warriors, raised on different stars, shaped by different wars, stood in the ruins of empires. Yet the only truth that mattered was the one they shared. Come home, Sasuke. No throne, no title, no command. Just come home. After everything I've done, you still offer me peace. I offer you family. In that moment, the galaxy shifted. Not through conquest, not through power, but through forgiveness. Then I follow you. Not as a ruler, not as a shadow, but as myself. But peace is not without sacrifice. The Imperium still burned. The warp still whispered. And war was never done. Naruto and Sasuke would not rest. They would rebuild the worlds shattered by their clash. Not as gods, not as legends, but as brothers. And so, the tale of two stars did not end in death, but in the beginning of something far rarer. Hope.